Hello everyone, this video will be covering the Echoes of the Past story achievements. So the very first achievement is pretty easy, it's just complete the Echoes of the Past story. So you just run through, the mission will guide you, pretty easy. Then the real achievements come into play. The first three are in Keith's Reconnaissance squad. So there is Recon Demolitionist for mining every possible corpse in the mission, Not Under My Command for completing it without losing a soldier or ally, and No Thanks to Canach for completing it without placing any of the mines. So you're going to want to do probably Not Under My Command and Recon Demolitionist at the same time, because those mines are going to help out a lot when trying to not die. So basically that one's really easy, just plant every mine at each corpse. You can see them on the map as little orange wrenches. So just mine each one of those and you'll get that one as soon as you place the last one. Now, Not Under My Command is quite a bit harder. Basically no one can die, not even any of the players. Canach and Keith are both invulnerable, so you don't have to worry about them. Now basically you want to lure the wolves into each planted mine, and that will take care of each group. So if you use those pretty carefully, you can eliminate each group of those with the mines, and that saves your party from having to fight them. If you can get some people with a little bit of extra healing to keep the NPCs alive, that's a good idea. And the faster you can spike them down, the better. CCs keeping them away from other players will also help, so you want to see if you can get some of those. When I went through, something weird happened and the NPCs kind of despawned, so I'm not exactly sure how that happened or if that's supposed to happen, but I didn't have to worry about the NPCs once I got to around where I met Keith. The NPCs respawned in both sections and I didn't have to keep them alive, so that was a huge help. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen or not. Now when you get to the end of the mission, there's a part where you have to defend against waves while waiting for the support to arrive. So there's not a lot of room to move there, but it's a good place to defend, and if you have enough CC you can keep the enemies away from your allies. So that's not too bad if you can hold it there, but there's not much room to maneuver, so you can be hit by a lot of their AoEs and stuff that you generally want to avoid. You're also going to have to watch out for those tentacles, because it will shoot poison at the areas, and you really want to avoid those. So if you can kind of take the aggro from those instead of the NPCs that may or may not be there, then that's probably what you should do, because you can dodge them and the NPCs will just basically face tank it, which isn't a good idea. So that's basically how you do that one. It might take a few tries, but it's not too bad. Now the other one is the complete it without planting any of the mines, which is also pretty easy. You just need to kill all of the wolves without the aid of the mines, so you're probably going to want to get help for that, so you can spike them down a little faster. It's easy enough to do, but they do a lot of damage, especially since you want to keep in mind that the wolves will do a lot more damage if they're flanking you, so you want to be facing the wolf that's attacking you at the time. So those are the three that are in Keith's Reconnaissance squad. The next ones are over in Lornar's Pass in the Hidden Arcana mission. So basically you just want to run through that until you get to the part where Ogden sends you into the Hourglass. The first one there will be the Strength Without Sacrifice. So you'll meet the Facet of Strength, and you need to defeat him without being stunned or grabbed. So if you stay in melee range, he won't use the grab, and then you can just DPS him down as fast as possible. Getting grouped together for this also makes it easier. But basically the only animation you have to worry for when you're in melee range is the one where he points without actually having a AoE of area of effect there, so you won't see like an orange circle or a cone or anything like that. And when he points like that, dodge, and that's when his stun is coming. So if you dodge that, then he won't be able to stun you, and he won't use his grab, so you can just do as much damage as possible and bring him down that way. Now the next one is Better Red Than Dead. So basically you just want to defeat the Facet of Light without using any blue or green attunements. So what this means is you can only defeat him while you're using a attunement. because he is invincible unless you're inside the circle, which you need the attunement to stay inside safely, and it only lasts for a certain amount of time. So you need to do as much damage as possible when you have the red attunement, and then skip over the other attunements. Basically, just don't, when you have that light color on you, don't go to the shard or whatever that gives you that attunement. And then you'll basically just have to take him down using the red. So it'll take a bit longer because you can only use like 1/3 of the time to take him down. But that one's pretty easy as well. The next one is the Exposed Weakness achievement, and that is for reducing the Facet of Darkness from 75% health to 0% health in less than 15 seconds. So the way the Facet of Darkness works is you grab the fragility, and then you add that to one of the vortex crystals, and when you destroy the vortex crystal, it'll do damage. Now you want to be able to do all the damage at once, so basically just grab all of the fragility and put it on each one of the vortex crystals, and they'll stay there forever. So you just need to get the fragility shields on each one of the vortex crystals and then destroy them all within 15 seconds, and that will kill them. If you have like some bouncing skills or AoE or whatever, it helps to kill them a little faster because you can hit multiple ones at once. But other than that, it's a pretty easy one. You just need to do it all at once. And the final one is a little bit more difficult. This one is, well, the achievement itself isn't that bad, but the fight's a little more difficult. But it is Exposed Weakness Redux. So basically you need to defeat the Malevolent Memory, which is the last boss in that mission, without transferring any boons to the Vortex Crystals. So the Vortex Crystals will grab the boons off you, and the easiest way to do this is just not generate any boons. You don't need to do any damage or anything, so you're probably not going to need the boons in the first place. I know maybe Guardians might have a more difficult time with this because your Aegis will keep applying, and if that gets removed, then it could cause problems. So just make sure when you go in, you don't have that boon. So if you can take a hit or something before you grab the fragility and take it into the vortex crystal, then that's going to make that a little bit easier. You also probably noticed the challenge orbs right before each of the bosses, and these will allow you to retry the bosses if you fail to get the achievement, so you don't have to like restart the episode again just to try and get that achievement. So it's pretty handy, and just use those whenever you fail, and it'll give you another shot. So the last one, last achievement there is going to be the Echoes of the Past Mastery, which is just for getting all 7 achievements. And that pretty much covers that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found it helpful.